Registered nurses, or RNs, provide and coordinate patient care and educate patients and the public about various health conditions. Registered nurses work in hospitals, physicians' offices, home health care services, and nursing care facilities. Others work in outpatient clinics and schools. Registered nurses usually take one of three education paths: a bachelor's or baccalaureate degree in nursing, an associate degree in nursing, or a diploma from an approved nursing program. Registered nurses must be licensed. North Central Texas College offers two pathways to obtain an associate degree in nursing. Prospective students who are licensed vocational nurses or licensed practical nurses can obtain their associate's degree in 1 year at NCTC through what we call our transition program. Unlicensed students can obtain their associate's degree in 2 years at NCTC through what we call our generic program. To find information for the Associate Degree Nursing Program, visit the NCTC website. First, go to nctc.edu, then you will scroll down the page and click on Health Science. Then on the left-hand side of your screen, you will see Associate Degree Nursing. Once you have gone to the ADN program page, you will see information regarding our accreditation, NCLEX RN pass rates for the past year, and at the bottom of the screen you will see admission steps. If you are ready to apply, your first step is to apply to NCTC. On the ADN page you will find a link under Admission Steps, Apply to NCTC. Once you've clicked that link, you are sent to the admissions page. You will scroll down and choose whether you are a transfer student, returning student, or international student. You will then be directed to the enrollment page. Scroll down to Step 1, fill out an application, apply online. That will take you to Apply Texas. From there you will follow the prompts on Apply Texas page. Then, when you apply at Apply Texas, choose North Central Texas College as your institution, your application type as 2-year, the semester you will start, your first choice school, which it would be the Associate of Applied Science, and your first choice major as Associate Degree Nursing. NCTC will notify you of your acceptance. Please take time to make an appointment with Shannon Childs, our nursing advisor. You can find the link to book an appointment at nctc.edu/advising. Once you've been accepted, you can register for classes. The generic Associate Degree of Nursing only has 3 prerequisites: BIOL 2401, which is Human Anatomy and Physiology, BIOL 2402, which is Human Anatomy and Physiology 2, and Math 1342, Elementary Statistical Methods. Before being accepted into the program, you may also take BIOL 2420, Microbiology, for pre-nursing or health science majors, PSYC 2314, Lifespan Growth and Development, ENGL 1301, Composition 1, and a 3-hour Humanities or Fine Arts elective. These courses can also be taken after you've been accepted to the generic program. If you're a prospective student for the LVN to ADN track, you must have completed all non-nursing coursework prior to starting the program. You can find out more information on these non-nursing courses and placement within the program on the ADN webpage. Now you can register for the TEAS exam. You will go to atitesting.com, set up your account, and make sure you choose North Central TX College ADN TEAS as your institution. Please note that NCTC requires you to register for the TEAS exam in person. Choose your school name, then choose the location you will be taking the TEAS exam. You can choose either NCTC's Corinth or Gainesville campus or the location of your choice. This is the location you will be taking the TEAS exam. If you are testing at an institution or at a school testing center, your TEAS transcript that is included in your TEAS exam registration fee is automatically sent to that school location. You cannot choose an alternate school for submission of this transcript. Transcripts are electronically sent to this school testing center within 2 hours of completion of the TEAS exam. TEAS is a product of the Assessment Technologies Institute, and therefore the cost is determined by this company and not NCTC. The day of the TEAS exam, you must have your photo ID, your ATI login information, and 2 number 2 pencils with attached erasers. If you are late, you will not be allowed to test, so please make sure you show up early. You may only take the TEAS exam twice in 1 year, and each attempt must be 90 days apart. If you have completed the required prerequisites and taken your TEAS exam, you can now apply for the ADN program. Application for admission is March 1st through 31st for the fall, and for our spring cohort, admission is August 1st through the 31st. Application for our LVN to ADN Transition Program is February 1st through the 28th. Once the application period has opened, you can apply. You will need to go to your My NCTC account using one login. You received your login to My NCTC once you are accepted to the college. At the top, you will choose Student Services. Once you're in the Student Services section, you will look to the left-hand side where you will see ADN and Transition from LVN to RN application. This is where you will upload all of the required documents. The prerequisites for the generic program are Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2 and Elementary Statistics. Please keep in mind that only A&P courses count towards the acceptance points tool. Also keep in mind that 1 point is deducted for repeat courses. The LVN to ADN program is a year-long accelerated program. Applicants for this program must have completed Human Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, Elementary Statistics, Microbiology, Lifespan Growth and Development, Composition 1, and a Fine Arts elective. Your TEAS scores are also considered on our points tool. Please note that in order to be considered for the ADN program, you must score a minimum of 50% on any sections. Students are ranked using the points tool from highest to lowest. Every application is reviewed by advising, the registrar, and the Advisement, Progression, and Advancement Committee, which consists of the Associate Degree Nursing faculty members. Students with the highest complete applications are invited to the program. We enroll generic students each fall and spring, and LVN to ADN students every summer. We currently invite 60 students into the generic program and 20 students into the LVN to ADN program. As of March 2023, all prospective students with an allied health certification will receive 1 point on our points tool. You can see the list of NCTC's allied health programs at nctc.edu/allied-health #programs. Students will be notified of their acceptance or denial via email. Students on the alternate list will be notified as well. Students who are accepted and students on the alternate list must attend orientation. In many instances, a good number of the alternates are moved up to acceptance due to open seats. Please note that all associate degree nursing courses are held on the Gainesville campus only. Acceptance students will be notified that they will need to undergo 2 criminal background checks. One is through Castle Branch, and the other is the criminal background check that is performed on all applicants for licensure in Texas, according to the Texas Board of Nursing. A criminal background check must be completed through the Department of Public Safety and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Based on the set of fingerprints you provide to Morpho, Trust, or Identigo. The BON cannot accept fingerprint cards or background checks results mailed by the applicant or results that were completed for another facility, even if the previous check was completed through the DPS and the FBI. A petition for a declaratory order, a DO, is a formal disclosure to the board of an eligibility issue that may prevent the application from taking the NCLEX and receiving initial licensure. The DO permits the board to make a decision regarding the practitioner's eligibility for licensure prior to entering or completing the nursing program. A declaratory must be filled out if a student has any criminal background offense, including those pending appeal, or been arrested and have a pending criminal charge, been convicted of a misdemeanor, been convicted of a felony, pled nolo contendere, no contest or guilty, received deferred adjudication, been placed on community supervision or court-ordered probation, whether or not adjudicated guilty, been sentenced to serve jail time, prison time, or court-ordered confinement, been granted a pretrial diversion, been cited or charged with any violation of the law, been subject of a court-martial, or received any form of military judgment, punishment, or action. While expunged or sealed offenses, arrests, tickets, or citations need not be disclosed, it is your responsibility to ensure that the offense, arrest, ticket, or citation has in fact been expunged or sealed. It is recommended that you submit a copy of the court order expunging or sealing the court record in question to our office with your application. Failure to reveal any type of offense, arrest, ticket, or citation that is not in fact expunged or sealed may be subject to your license or disciplinary action or fine. Non-disclosure of relevant offenses raises questions related to truthfulness and character. Orders of non-disclosure pursuant to Texas Government Code 552.142b, if you have criminal matters that are subject of an order of non-disclosure, you are not required to reveal those criminal matters on this form. However, a criminal matter that is subject of an order of non-disclosure may become character and fitness issue. Pursuant to Government Code Chapter 411, the Texas Nursing Board is entitled to access to criminal history record information that is subject of an order of non-disclosure. If the board discovers a criminal matter that is subject of an order of non-disclosure, even if you properly did not reveal that matter, the board may require you to provide information about any conduct that raises issues of character or fitness. Once the Board of Nursing criminal background check is complete, the prospective student will be mailed a blue verification card. This card has to be turned into the College of Nursing before the student can attend clinical. Degree plan for generic students. In the first semester, if you have not taken microbiology, you must take it this semester and no later. And you must pass all courses with a C or better to complete the program. RNSG 1219 is Integrated Nursing Skills 1. This is a 2-hour class that also has a lab component. RNSG 1423, Intro to Professional Nursing, is a 4-credit-hour class with 1 hour of lab per week. RNSG 1300 is Health Assessment Across the Lifespan. This is a 3-hour class with a lab component, and RNSG 1261 is Clinical Nursing 1. This is a 6-hour clinical that will be held at a hospital or a long-term care facility. This course meets 1 day per week. Clinical hours for this course are from 6:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Students cannot request days or time for clinical courses. Clinical courses have a 10 student to 1 faculty ratio. Second semester. RNSG 2404 is Integrated Care of the Patient with Common Health Care Needs. This is a 4-credit-hour class with 1 hour of lab per week. RNSG 1462 is Clinical Nursing 2. This is a 12-hour clinical that meets 1 day per week for 16 weeks. Clinical days can be any day of the week, including weekends. Third semester, RNSG 2414 is Complex Healthcare Needs. This is a 4-credit-hour class with 1 hour of lab per week. And RNSG 2461 is Clinical Nursing 3. This is a 12-hour clinical that meets 1 day per week for 16 weeks. Clinical days can be any day of the week, including weekends. RNSG 1162 is Clinical Psychiatric Nursing. This is a clinical course involving 48 hours of clinical practice in a psychiatric facility. Some simulated clinical studies are included, and students may be required to perform community service. Fourth semester, RNSG 2435 is Integrated Patient Care Management. This is a 4-credit-hour class with 1 hour of lab per week, and RNSG 2462 is Clinical Nursing 4. This is a 12-hour clinical that meets 1 day per week for 16 weeks. Clinical days can be any day of the week, including weekends, and clinical days cannot be requested. Once coursework and clinical requirements are met, students are eligible to take the NCLEX, which is the licensing examination for registered nurses. Here's a mock schedule for the days and times of courses for the generic ADN program. Please note that this is subject to change. The LVN to ADN Transition Program is a 12-month accelerated program. Students must have an unencumbered LVN or LPN license, and all non-nursing courses must be completed prior to application. This program starts the second summer session with RNSG 1229, which is Integrated Nursing Skills 2, a 2-credit-hour course with a lab component, and RNSG 1300, Health Assessment Across the Lifespan, which is a 3-credit-hour course with a lab component as well. Fall Semester 1, students will take RNSG 1327, Transition to Professional Nursing, which is a 3-credit-hour course, and RNSG 1162, which is a clinical course that requires clinical hours in the hospital setting as well as simulated hours. Fall Semester 2, students will take RNSG 2404, Integrated Care of Patients with Common Healthcare Needs, which is a 4-credit-hour class that meets 1 day per week for 8 hours, and RNSG 2161, which is a clinical course that meets 1 day per week either in the hospital setting or the simulation center. Spring Semester 1, students will take RNSG 2414, Complex Healthcare Needs, which is a 4-credit-hour course that meets 1 day per week for 8 hours, and RNSG 2162, which is Transitional Clinical 3, which is a clinical course that meets only 1 day per week in the hospital setting or simulation center. Spring Semester 2, students will take RNSG 2435, Integrated Patient Care Management, a 4-credit-hour course that meets 1 day per week for 8 hours, and then RNSG 1162, which is Clinical Psychiatric Nursing, a clinical course involving 48 hours of clinical practice in a psychiatric facility. Some simulated clinical hours are included, and students may be required to perform community service. Summer 1, these students will take RNSG 2462, which is a concentrated clinical that includes an NCLEX prep course. Once clinical and course requirements are completed, students will be eligible for the NCLEX, which is the licensure examination. Here's an example of the mock schedule for the LVN to ADN program, and please note that this may be subject to change. The BSN Pathway. The ADN program at NCTC partners with major universities to offer students the opportunity for a smoother transition from ADN to BSN through the Consortium for Advancement of Baccalaureate Nursing Education in Texas agreement. The BSN curriculum has been standardized. Students that graduate with an ADN from NCTC, pass the NCLEX, and complete all the BSN prerequisites will be able to complete the BSN program within 30 hours online at one of our partner universities. We partner with Midwestern State University, Texas Tech University, as well as Texas Women's University. The BSN Pathway requires additional prerequisites in order for students to be eligible. NCTC also has what we call a BSN blended program. We have partnered with Texas Women's University to graduate students with an associate and bachelor's degree of science in Nursing degree. Students will be accepted into the Associate Degree Nursing and, if eligible, into the TWU BSN Nursing Blended Program. Eligibility for the TWU Blended Program is based on GPA, T-scores, and the completion of TWU nursing prerequisites. The student will take the NCTC RN classes all at the same time as TWBS classes. Additionally, NCTC students have the opportunity to dual enroll in the BSN program at Midwestern State University. Students should contact both their academic advisors and the ADN program chair for additional details. Here's a breakdown of the approximate cost of the ADN program. Additional cost may include books, which typically run around $900, skills kits, which typically run around $750, and ATI fees that are incurred each semester that run around $750. For any further information, please contact the program director or your NCTC advisor.